everyone. I hope you all are doing fine. Yes. So I am welcoming you again to this amazing session of YouTube with ODA Class. So what is our topic of interest today? What are we going to discuss in today's YouTube session? So here you can see it's written evaporation. So we are not going to dig in deeper in the process of evaporation, but we are going to learn about the special effect of evaporation. Do you know what is that? That's cooling effect. So evaporation causes cooling effect, and the mechanism is going to be elaborated by me in this session. So let's begin with the app on which you can actually come and learn this kind of lot of new topics, interesting topics, with the help of the best teachers from all over India. And that app is ODA app. You can actually get this app from Play Store. Yes, download it right away by the link which is provided to you, and you can join the class today itself. As I have also designed amazing course for you where you can come and learn with us for entire 6 days. You will get 6 dedicated class. That is a 1 week course, and here you will find a dual teacher model where one teacher, personal teacher will be provided to you, and the personal teacher is going to help you throughout this course with your doubts, with your queries. Not only this, but homework and test you'll be able to give on app itself. So yes, you can download the app today itself and join the bridge course by clicking on the URL link which is given below. And now let me tell you about myself. My name is Nehal Patel, and I have completed my master's from NIT Surat. Not only this, but I have a 4 years of teaching experience, and in this span, I have taught more than 20,000 students just like you. So now I would like to begin the class with the evaporation. So it's a very basic process that you have learned in your primary classes, that evaporation is a process where liquid converts into vapor, right? That's what we say, that's what the evaporation is. But let me tell you a little bit in detail and properly. So this is the process, of course, the liquid changing into vapor, but where? Below its boiling point. So this is the major difference between evaporation and boiling. Evaporation can happen at room temperature while boiling happens at boiling point, that is the temperature at which substance boil, specifically liquid when we talk about. So do make sure that you understand the main difference, that is below boiling point, which means in evaporation, the liquid can change into water slowly at a room temperature itself. Here you can see the difference I have shown you in the form of GIF. Yes, in the evaporation, here you can see the molecules slowly evaporating from the surface. While in boiling, you can see here all the molecules here, yes, they rapidly changes into vapor. Correct? So I hope this is clear to you. And now let's move ahead with our topic of part, that is evaporation, the surface phenomena. The cooling effect which we are going to learn, that is the special effect of evaporation. Evaporation is a surface phenomena, which means the water molecules which are going to evaporate, those molecules will be of a surface. So here you can see the first layer of the molecule, they slowly converts into vapor at room temperature. So that is why we call it surface phenomena. Now, why it is very important to know that it is a surface phenomena? Because this is directly linked with its cooling effect. Do you know how? Let's see how. So, here we go. Now, when I talk about evaporation, yes, there are three factors that affect the evaporation and that you already know. Yes, Prince sir might have already taught you. So let's have the recap of it a little bit. Evaporation can be affected by wind speed with increasing temperature, and the third point. Can anybody tell me the third point in here itself? The third point where evaporation gets affected by is not only heat, not only wind speed, but surface area as well. The surface area increases, the evaporation increases, the wind speed increases, the evaporation increases, the temperature increases, evaporation increases. All right. Now, when I say how does this happen? How does this mechanism happen? So the layer of molecule which I'm talking about, that is the molecules which are on the surface. Now they will come in contact with the outer energy. Yes. So at the time of high energy, yes, the water molecules evaporate. And when I talk about the medium energy, the molecules pulled back into water. Now, as we have learned that these molecules attract each other. So, surface molecules are more prone to get evaporated first. Why? Because let's take an example that I'm running and four people from all the directions are pulling me back. Will I be able to move? No. But what if I'm getting pulled by only one direction and the other direction is free for me? The same thing happens with the water molecule. The surface molecule are pulled by only the molecules which are below the surface. With this is free, so the molecules, they easily prone to evaporate first because they are pulled by only one direction, that is this part. All right, I hope you are able to understand this. So let's move ahead and let's discuss this special effect, that is evaporation causes cooling effect. It is summer, right? दिस इज समर, है ना? बहुत गर्मी लग रही है हमें, हमें ठंडा पानी भी चाहिए. Yes, so that is why you have seen that people practice to have earthen pots in summer. Why? Why they have earthen pots in summer mostly? Why do we say कि गर्मी में अगर हम पेड़ की छाया में बैठेंगे तो हमें ठंडा लगेगा? क्यों? As this is summer, we perspire more, है ना? हमें पसीना बहुत होता है. So that is why we want to run to our room and switch on the fan and we want to feel relief. So why do we feel relief? Why do we feel relief when we switch on the fan? So yes, we feel relief because we feel comparatively cooler. So why this cooling effect is there due to evaporation? The first example is cooling of earthen pot. I'm going to take an example and I'm going to explain you that how this cooling effect is working, how the mechanism works. So I have two pots here. Can you see? One mud pot and the another one is steel pot. Now, when I talk about mud pot, yes, mud pot has small pores. ऐसे इतने बड़े दिखते हैं क्या हमें? Can we see this much big pores? Students, the pores, there is a difference between pores and holes. Yes, these pores are very small. You cannot see it. So what happened here? The earthen pot with the pores. So here, the water evaporates from this pore. Now, if water wants to evaporate, that is liquid, है ना? लिक्विड को इवोपरेट होना है किसमें? वेपर में. So what will this liquid do? This liquid will take energy. Yes, this liquid will take heat from surrounding. अगर लिक्विड को गैस में कन्वर्ट होना है तो थोड़ा सा हमें टेम्परेचर चाहिए. Now, in this mud pot, the water, the water that is in liquid, it will take a heat energy from the surrounding and we call it as latent heat. So, if this water molecules, yes, takes the heat from the surrounding, making surrounding cool. अगर हम ड्रॉ करेंगे हीट एनर्जी सराउंडिंग से तो क्या होगा? सराउंडिंग कूल होगा. So that is why the mud pot, that is our earthen pot, gives cool water. है ना? ठंडा पानी मिलेगा हमें earthen pot से. And when I talk about the pot made up of steel, no hole, no pores, no evaporation. That is why water stays hot or come not cooler comparatively it should be. I hope this first example is clear to you. Once again, what happens in this first part? The water take the energy from the surrounding, making surrounding cooler. ये जो हमारे वाटर वेपर है वो बाहर से एनर्जी सराउंडिंग से एनर्जी क्या करेंगे लेंगे. व्हेन आई से सराउंडिंग, ये होल का सराउंडिंग क्या है? द earthen pot. Yes. So water molecule from this part will draw heat, making this part cooler. Similarly, water from this pore takes the heat from the surrounding and making the surrounding cooler. And similarly, the water stays cold. Correct? I hope this is clear to you. And let's move ahead with the perspiration of our body. है ना? समर में हमें बहुत ज्यादा पसीना आता है. As I told you. So, when you switch on the fan, why do you feel so relief? Because you feel cooler comparatively. So how does this happen? When we perspire, when we perspire, yes, and our sweat, our sweat, it takes the energy. It takes the energy from the surrounding and converts into vapor. So when it takes the energy from the surrounding, it makes the surrounding cooler. अब आप ऐसे बहुत सारे molecules की बात करो. Let's talk about all the molecules here. All these molecules wants to drag the heat from the surrounding when you switch on the fan. जब आप fan चलाओगे तो wind speed comes into the picture. The wind speed increases, the evaporation increases. यानी कि water जो है वो फटाफट vapor में convert हो जाएगा. And when this water is gonna get converted into vapor, बिना हीट के तो ये होने वाला है नहीं. Correct? So yes, this water molecules, this sweat molecules are going to take the energy from outside. That is latent heat. Correct? Here we have a sweat gland, you can see. ठीक है? We perspire. Now this molecule, liquid will convert into vapor. How? By taking heat from the surrounding. Correct? So that is why we feel so relief when we switch on the fan. जब हम fan switch on करते हैं हमें इसीलिए बहुत अच्छा और ठंडा लगता है. Correct? चलो. Now, one more example, that is desert cooler. I don't know about this time, but when I talk about me, when I was in school, my grandparents, my parents, they used to have cooler in summers. So I used to think that how this cooler is taking normal air and giving the cold air. है ना? ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है कि गर्म हवा है बाहर बट फिर भी कूलर ठंडी हवा दे रहा है? ये क्या बात हुई? चलो, let's try to understand this, how it is done. The phenomena is same. Here we have a channel, yes, where the water locomotion is given. Now the water locomotion is given, and here the fan wind will go through this channel, and the water in this channel is now gonna get convert into vapor. है ना? Wind speed बढ़ रही है, vapor में convert होगा. So when it will convert into vapor, it will pull out latent heat from the surrounding. And when this water molecules will pull out latent heat from the surrounding, it will make surrounding cooler. Right? Are we able to understand this special effect of, that is cooling effect of evaporation? If yes, then you can come and learn with us with such more topics once again by having this app, by downloading it from the Google Play Store. And yes, once again, I would like to invite you. I would like to invite you to the bridge course, which is going to start from Monday. So do not wait, students, for such more topics. A dedicated 1 week course is here for you. 3 maths class, 3 science class, plus personal teacher, and you can do your homework and submit your test online. So for such advanced learning, you can join the ODA class today by clicking on the URL link which is given just below. Not only this, but ODA class provides reward. You all love to play games, right? Especially because it also provides us reward. ऐसा रिवॉर्ड कहीं आपको मिला है जहां से आप सच में गिफ्ट ले सकते हो? ऐसी कोई गेमिंग फीचर है क्या? नहीं है। बट यस, ओडा क्लासेस. So learning is no more boring. You can have the ODA coins by attending the class, by giving a best impression out there and performing good. You will get the coins. You can redeem the gift from the ODA mall. So students, bye bye. Take care, stay awesome, stay healthy, and keep learning new things with ODA class.